Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today we'll be giving you guys my review for episode 44 of Dragon Ball Super. This is a pretty strong episode overall. It starts off with the old man that we saw in the preview. The dude that looks like, kind of a panda-ish. At least, that's what Herms from Consentia was saying. The panda-looking guy. Herms, translates these episodes as they go live every Saturday. Show him love on Twitter. I'll leave his Twitter down below, and support Consentia as well, linked down below. But it starts off with that old man saying to the evil group of guys that we saw in the preview with the guns, and he says, you've come at last. I mean, he expected these guys to be here, it looks like. Monaka's back at Bulma's, place to deliver some sweets, I guess, because she wanted more that they had at the party. And since no one else is around, he has to help with this experiment that Bulma has planned out. Still not really clear of what it was, but it probably wasn't important. Goten and Trunks get into Monaka's ship. They see a toy sword, Trunks plays with it, and a bunch of things happen, and they get stuck in the truck. And, I thought that it was going to be one of those bullshit scenes where Trunks and Goten couldn't push open the door because they're not, quote-unquote, strong enough. But they wanted to push it open, but Trunks was going to punch it and then realized that he cannot, it wouldn't be the best idea to wreck Monaka's ship. That wouldn't really be a good thing to do. So he doesn't do that, and they just try to call out to Monaka, but Monaka drives off to the planet that he has his next delivery at, and they end up going there. When they get on the planet, Goten and Trunks are frozen solid. They get defrosted, and Monaka delivers a martial arts DVD or something to the old man, whose name is Patejutsu. It's something like that. Herms was, typing it out on Twitter, so it could be anything. But it looks like the planet is called Patafu, and his name is Patejutsu, so I'm guessing it's probably a pun on, like, potato or something. I'm not really sure. But the bad guys that were there are here to steal the planet's dormant power, which is the superhuman water that we, was in the title of the episode. And this old man is, they're ready to fight these henchmen, or, standing his ground to defend the place. And Goten and Trunks promptly beat the crap out of all of them, of course. And he drops, the old man dropped this necklace on the ground, which will have some importance later on. But Bulma finds out that Trunks and Goten are gone, and she kind of blackmails Jaka with this picture of the Galactic King that he drew all over and, made fun of, to go help Goten and Trunks, because he wasn't going to do it originally. And that kind of works out. Goku's not responding to Chi-Chi's calls because Chi-Chi's aware that Goten and Trunks are gone now because Bulma tells her. And there's a ton of things that are going on there. Goten and Trunks are captured. They're tied up, which was a little bit weird to see them being constrained by ropes. But I guess what it is, from what I'm gathering at least, they are constrained by ropes, but they're not breaking out of it because they don't want them to shoot Monaka. Because he's also being held hostage along with the old man, so I guess they're not fighting back just yet. But they take the necklace that the old man had that he dropped on the, had fallen on the ground earlier, and I knew the necklace was going to have something. It looks like a baby pacifier, honestly. They take that and they use that to open a door, and I like this whole episode, but I'm going to get into that later. What I liked about this episode in general, it kind of reminded me of, they get in there and they get the water, and it's this liquid, this purplish liquid. And the way they, by the way, and if you guys saw the episode live, the way they cut from that scene to the commercial break was pretty well done, I thought. Because they just show, they zoom out on the planet, show the guy screaming, and then it cuts to the commercial. it was very simple, but it definitely built a little bit of suspense to be like, well, what the heck is it? Is it an animal? Is it the water? I don't know. But when Jaco and Vegeta get on the planet, they recognize the leader of the bad guys, whose name is apparently Grill. I guess he's wanted by the Galactic Patrol or something, so Vegeta beats the crap out of all of them. But they have this liquid on them and this purple substance, and when they get, blown up by Vegeta or beat up by Vegeta, they kind of split up, and like a Majin Buu thing, like the liquid falls on the ground. And I knew when they focused on the liquid how it was falling on the ground, I knew it was going to reform somehow, and it goes and it comes around Vegeta, and that's what makes the copy Vegeta. So that's interesting. That's for next week's episode. The next week's episode is called Vegeta Disappears, the Menace of Copy Vegeta. In this episode, Vegeta says that his energy's all drained and this new copy of Vegeta is formed. And then the preview for next week looks pretty cool, and I'll do my predictions on that tomorrow afternoon, so stay tuned to that on the channel if you want to see that. But I like this episode a lot. I really did. The thing I really like is it reminded me of a lot of the older, almost older filler episodes of Z. Almost like, not exactly, but it had a similar feel or maybe nature to the episodes where you'd see those filler episodes when Gohan was training with Piccolo over the year. When Goku was dead in the Saiyan Saga, some stuff like that. It was just kind of like a nice side episode that it didn't feel pointless, which I liked about it a lot. I did, and they did a very good job of building up this purple substance, the superhuman water, which is said to make a man's power 100 times fold or something like that. I did enjoy the build up to that, and I thought it was a very well made episode. It's not crucial to the story at all, but as far as a side episode goes, I think it was very well made, and I want to know what you guys think of it down below. But I think next week's episode looks very interesting. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and if you saw the episode, share your thoughts down below. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.